Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Project Respawn Season 1.5. This is the third episode, and as you saw from the time lapse, we have hit this one off with an absolute explosion of progress. Okay, got really busy over the long weekend for Thanksgiving. I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. And if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving in your country, then I hope you had a good weekend. But yeah, look at this thing. Oh my goodness, look at it just go. Goes up there, fills up into shulkers, and as while we've been building the villager trading hall, you can see we've gotten a lot of sugar cane. We've also gotten a lot of gunpowder. I bet you it's filled up again. That's absolutely insane. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, yeah. So we're gonna do the same thing over here, which is just a sorting module. Or not a sorting module, but like a status indicator light for the bulk storage, right? So as soon as this fills up, which eventually it probably will, hopefully, who knows, but it was too much sugarcane to keep out of the shulkers, and, you know, not enough to, or, you know, not obviously not too few or whatever. I can't even, oh my goodness, I have to start this over. Okay, gave myself a minute. Let's try to talk about this again. All right, so it's too much sugarcane to just put in there outside the shulker. It'd fill up way too fast, right? We probably would have already filled it up by now. So in that case, we just load it with shulkers and let it fill up that way. Will it ever reach the top? I don't know. It depends. Eventually, if it ever does, like, near the top, I'll probably let it hit this chest right here, and I'm probably just going to cut it off. But this is a design that I will leave in the description. I believe it was by Impulse SV, and I'll correct myself if I'm wrong there. About 7 years ago, right? And the design works absolutely flawlessly. I don't know why I'm flying around when we have free cam. Let's take a look. So essentially, it's run by the module above it, if that makes sense. So whenever this observer sees this grow, it's going to chop this line underneath, which is this one. So both of these things get hit. So in that case, which I don't know why I have floating stuff. I guess some of it gets pushed into this. That's concerning. I need to fix that. Anyway, continuing on. But yeah, so that's been working flawlessly for sure. Built the villager trading hall. We'll actually go over there. Built a quick breeder over here. As you can see, it's been working fantastically. I've actually deleted the bed so that we don't cause too much lag having too many villagers in one little spot, bouncing up and down and trying to calculate all that. We have 10 villagers done already. All 1 emerald trade. I think even the last one over here we got yeah, Aqua Affinity. Look at the C2. There's a couple we're not gonna get because we're just never gonna need them. But I found some great deals. Look at this guy. Hold on, wait. Look at this guy. Sharpness 5 for 1. Oh, that's a great deal. But we finished this, and essentially it works the same way as everything else. You have a zombie down here that's walking this little path. So we're gonna have to have 7 more zombies, name tagged. You put it down. You leave the area. That's an important part they never tell you in the tutorial. You leave the area, and then the zombies will come by eventually and hit it. Now on the tutorials, I always have 8 slots. I'm running 10 slots, and the zombie does just fine. So if you want to do the same thing, I'm sure maybe even more slots. You may have to lure them yourself a little bit. But I like to have this little window. Go to sleep. Let's sleep real quick for this weaver. Okay. So I put a little window in so I could see him in there. But yeah, so I mean, what we've done so far is pretty much just this, and it doesn't seem like a lot, but let me tell you something. It takes a lot of back-end stuff. Like, we had 600 sugarcane and 600 pistons that all went into this, and a creeper actually exploded in the middle of it. So I had to actually get in there and light it up really good, and then get in there and fix it. Eventually, what we're gonna have over here is a rocket factory, right? So you'll have 2 droppers in here. You put your shulker of sugarcane, shulker of gunpowder, and then it's gonna come into the system. It's gonna flow down, unload the shulkers, go into the auto crafters, reload the shulker full of the finished rockets, and then the finished rockets are gonna go into this barrel, and then the finished shulkers will go into some service area that we'll have to hit up on our own. We'll have like an in progress light, so we'll know if we, I don't like to leave the area while the auto crafters are doing. I don't know if Java's a little bit more efficient with that than Bedrock, but it's just a bad omen to leave. But yeah, so I'm gonna keep sorting these villagers out and finishing this hallway, and then when we come back, we're gonna talk about the next steps and just kind of the path we're gonna take this season. Because we've actually wound up planning to do a lot more than I thought. So yeah, I'll bring you guys right back. And I'll see you in just a second. All right, so we are back at our main base, or our starter base, however you want to call it. We have some memories put up now. Thanks for being a wonderful friend in person. I can't send compliments. The forbidden cookie, our first gift we've ever gotten on this series. And of course, one of Sour's mushroom heads. Absolutely fantastic. As you can see, we've checked off the sugarcane. We've checked off the villager trading hall. We've added some melon, pumpkin. You got cactus. This is actually going to be a nether miner we're going to build in the nether. Very excited to do that for sure. As you can see off camera, I actually went down and did a bunch of TNT mining to get enough netherite to do just our gear. As you can see, all of our tools are still diamond. But come check it out. So I've got stuff to build our first shop. Geared up. Or gear up. Right? So we will be making, let's see, where's it at? Boom. Got a couple sets of fully enchanted equipment and gear that we will be selling at the shopping district. It's going to be quite expensive, I'm not going to lie, because what I thought was going to be easy, because I have all the enchantments and tools and stuff for very cheap, I wound up spending about 8 hours just grinding levels to enchant all this equipment. Is actually pretty cool. Well, I wouldn't say 8, maybe like 4 hours, but a considerable amount of time that I spent. I got to figure out what to do with this side. But anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about the season and what the seasons hold. So if we, boom, we come up here. This is our starter. We got the castle over here. I got some ideas for some builds and kind of like some bridges over here. Actually, our good friends Kira Sour is going to be staying over there in the mountains. I think Sour's a little bit further that way. You can't really see it from here. So we're going to have our own little night bay, right? Because we're the night crew, because we always get on at nighttime when nobody else is. But anyway, we're coming along here at the base. Have a lot of stuff to build. Probably in the next episode, we're going to build a bunch of stuff. But in this episode, we're going to build this shop over at the shopping district. All right, here we are at the shopping district. And man, Luna has such a great, that's like the best, probably best plot in the entire shopping district. And it's looking amazing so far. I can't wait to see what she actually does with that. But gear up, boom. It's right here. So as soon as you walk out, you're like, wow, everything looks amazing. Wow. Your eyesight catches the redstone. Wow, is that a redstone? Oh, gear up? Huh, I could gear up. So it's a good, I think it's a good location. We've already made some sales. We'll go in. I haven't stocked any bows yet. That's definitely on my to-do. I think we've sold a helmet. And we've sold a pickaxe and an axe, as well as a shovel. So we've sold some tools. Oh, we have plenty of stock. We're just putting a little bit out at a time to make it seem like a little, you know, but we have plenty. Let's take a gander in free cam. We'll go outside with the shaders. Ooh, definitely looks good. I spelled gear up on the back too. That way, whenever you're flying back to the portal, it catches your eye. Gear up. Well, I need to gear up. That's what we want to think. We have some ideas as well for some subterranean ideas, which I'm not going to reveal here because members of the server listen to this as well. No spoiler. Sorry. But let's take a fly. Let's take a fly. Free cam just doesn't do it justice. I like to fly and really have a first-person perspective. We had a server member build a sniffer resort right here. It looks absolutely spectacular. They got frogs and everything like that in there. And oh, look at these. This is my favorite part. I can't remember. Comment what these are called. I keep forgetting every time what these right here are called. God, such a genius thing. I saw it for the first time, and without shaders, that green is much more green, so it really looks like a stem. But it looks absolutely spectacular. Nice looking tree and everything else. Those sniffers are gonna give us some. They're gonna sniff out some unique seeds for us to use, right? But guys, I really hope you enjoyed this episode. I know this one might be a little bit shorter, but let me tell you, all that work in the industrial district, this has honestly been about a week and a half of work. But next episode, we're definitely going to be doing some building, developing our base a little bit more. And yeah, so hopefully we'll be looking good. But again, I appreciate you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.